In this exercise, we will create a flow in Power Automate that initializes an integer variable and performs various mathematical operations. This hands-on example will allow us to visualize the results at each step. Step 1. Creating the flow. Start by opening Power Automate and selecting Create from the left navigation pane. Choose Instant Flow and set the trigger to manually trigger a flow. Give your flow a descriptive name, Integer Variable Manipulation Flow, and then click Create to start building the flow. Step 2. Initializing the integer variable. Next, we will initialize an integer variable. To do this, click the plus New Step button to add an action. When the action menu appears, select Add an action. In the search bar, type Initialize Variable and select the Initialize Variable action. Name the variable myInteger. Set the type to integer. Assign an initial value of 10. This action sets our starting point for calculations, beginning with myInteger having a value of 10. Step 3. Displaying the initial value. To confirm that the variable has been initialized correctly, we need to display its current value. Click the plus New Step button again. Select Add an action and search for Compose. Choose the Compose action. Name this action Initial Value Display. For the inputs, enter variables open parenthesis, myInteger close parenthesis. By doing this, we can verify that the variable's initialization worked as expected. Step 4. Testing the flow. Now it's time to test our flow. Click the Test button in the upper right corner, choose Manually, and then select Test again. After running the flow, we can view the results. Once the flow executes, you will be taken to the Run History page, where you can see the latest run details. Here, we can check the output of the initial value display action to confirm that myInteger has indeed been initialized to 10. Step 5. Incrementing the integer variable. Next, we will increment the integer variable by using a native Power Automate action. Click the plus New Step button. Select Add an action, and search for Increment Variable. Choose the myInteger variable. Set the value to 5. This action takes the current value of myInteger, which is 10, and adds 5 to it, resulting in 15. To confirm this operation, add another Compose action named Value After Increment. Set the inputs to variables open parenthesis, myInteger close parenthesis. This step helps us verify that the increment was successful. After saving the flow and testing it again, we can check the output in the Value After Increment action to see that the value is now 15. Step 6. Decrementing the integer variable. Now we will decrement the integer variable. Again, click the plus New Step button, choose Add an action, and search for Decrement Variable. Select the myInteger variable. Set the value to 3. This action will reduce the current value of myInteger, which is 15, by 3, resulting in 12. To verify this change, we will add a new Compose action named Value After Decrement. For the inputs, use variables open parenthesis, myInteger close parenthesis. After saving and testing the flow, we can check the output in the Value After Decrement action, confirming that the value is now 12. Step 7. Multiplying the integer variable. Next, we will perform a multiplication operation. Click plus New Step, choose Add an Action, and search for Compose. Name this action Multiplied Value. For the inputs, use the expression mul variables myInteger 2. This expression tells Power Automate to multiply the current value of myInteger, which is 12, by 2. Therefore, the calculation is 12 multiplied by 2 equals 24. After this, we need to update myInteger to hold this new multiplied value. Click plus New Step, search for Set Variable, and select this action. Choose the myInteger variable and set its value to outputs open parenthesis. Multiplied value close parenthesis. To confirm that our multiplication operation was successful, we add another compose action named value after multiplication. Set the inputs to variables open parenthesis, myInteger close parenthesis. After saving and running the flow again, we check the output in the value after multiplication action, where we expect to see 24. Step 8. Dividing the integer variable. Finally, we will perform a division operation. Click plus New Step, choose Add an Action, and add another compose action. Name this action Divided Value. For the inputs, use the expression div variables myInteger 4. This instructs Power Automate to divide the current value of myInteger, which is now 24, by 4. Therefore, the calculation becomes 24 divided by 4 equals 6. We will then update myInteger with this result by clicking plus New Step, searching for Set Variable, and selecting it again. Choose the myInteger variable and set its value to outputs, divided value. To verify the outcome of the division, we add one last compose action named Final Value Display. Set the inputs to variables open parenthesis, myInteger close parenthesis. After saving and running the flow, we will review the output in the Final Value Display action, confirming that the final value is indeed 6. Conclusion. Through this flow, we have successfully initialized an integer variable and executed a series of mathematical operations, incrementing, decrementing, multiplying, and dividing, using both native actions and compose actions. By utilizing the compose actions between each operation, we maintained clarity and verified our calculations step by step. This method not only helps in tracking the variable, but also aids in understanding how integers can be manipulated within Power Automate. If you have any further questions or require additional clarifications, feel free to ask.